Hi everyone and welcome back. Thank you for watching the video today, and I just want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel. I tried to go in and individually thank everybody, but surprisingly I've been getting so many it's hard to keep up with them, so I'm really excited about that. I really appreciate all the new subbers that I have subbed to the channel. I really appreciate that, and really kind of surprised. There's such a great YouTube community out there that has just been so encouraging and given me tips and ideas, and I really, really appreciate it. And so it's just a great thing that I'm enjoying, and getting to follow a lot of new people myself. So I just want to thank you for following. If you're a new subscriber, I really do appreciate it, and I do see all of the comments and really appreciate all the comments. It's just so nice of everybody to take the time to do that, watch the video and leave comments. So I just want to say thank you for that. And today I'm working on another layout. This is again part of the Hip Kit Club. I've just been killing that kit. I think I'm just about finished with it, but I have a few videos still with some layouts and things that I've done with that kit. And this was actually again for the crop, which is what I've really been working on, where I started actually filming. And this was actually a challenge that was issued by Ashley on the design team, and it was to use up die cuts, do a layout using mostly ephemera or die cuts. And so I'm going through the Maggie Holmes open book collection die cuts that were included with the kit, and there was a ton in there. I think there was like over 80 pieces in the package. And so I was just going through and picking out colors and things that I thought went with kind of the theme of the page. And so I don't usually use that many die cuts on a page at one time, but I was trying to just be true to the challenge, and took out everything that I thought might go. And so I'm doing this layout using a picture of me with my grandson. And so I was trying to really like the coral paper, I guess, I don't know, it's coral, kind of orange paper that's on the background with behind the picture. Really love that color. And so I was trying to pull in some of the turquoise because it wasn't planned, but he and I both were wearing kind of like that turquoise aqua color. And so this is one of those layouts, honestly, that when I was finished, I was kind of like, eh. I think everybody has those at some point or another. I know I do, and like I said before, I just go with it. You know, when it's done, it's done, and I'm not gonna stress over it or worry about it. I don't typically use color cardstock on a background like that. I don't know. It was one of those things I pulled out and started going with it, and I just kept going. And it's probably not one of my favorite layouts that I've done, other than the picture. Love the picture, of course. But as far as the layout itself, it's probably not one of my favorites, but it's done. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and film and share the good, bad, and the ugly. So, because everybody has those, you know, everybody has those times, I think, where they're just not feeling it, or, you know, it's not that it's so bad, I guess. It's just not one of my favorites. So, but anyway, I digress. Moving on. So anyway, I was trying to just trying to be true to the challenge and use as many of those die cuts that I could, and place them in a way that wasn't obvious that I was just trying to use up a lot of die cuts. I didn't want it to look like I was just throwing them on there just because, you know, we were supposed to use a lot of die cuts. So I am placing those down and getting those applied to the layout. And again, you know, I just still, you know, even watching the video now, looking like, feel like it's just been so long since I've done anything like as far as a layout, and I feel a little bit rusty. I felt a little bit rusty. That's why I really appreciate the crop that Kimberly, you know, put on with the Hip Kit Club, because I think being a new subber to that kit, it really kind of got me out of my kind of out of my slump there, and I don't know, I've been wanting to get back to it anyway, but I kind of felt a little bit rusty, to be honest with you, and because I haven't done anything, an actual layout in so long, I've been so committed to project life, and that's kind of been my focus, and life has just been so busy. I know, like everybody does. It has a busy life and everything, but really since the birth of my grandson, honestly, life has just been just so different. Husband and I are in a new stage of life, and so just kind of been different for us, and some work schedules and things getting resituated. So, but you know what? We're loving it. It's really a great time. But I go back to the project life aspect. What I've been doing is so focused on that, which I still love, and I'm still doing project life, but I just really miss this part. And so I said all that to say I still feel a little bit rusty, like I'm trying to find my groove in layouts again. And so the best way to do that is to just get in and do it. And that's what I found. And that's one thing about the crop that I really appreciated is I created 8 different projects, layouts or projects in that time period. They get started on Saturday, and we had until Tuesday night to upload the projects. And so I did 8, which is a record for me, to be honest with you. And so it really just got me out of that funk, I think. And so I'm still working that out. And so just thank you for sticking with me and bearing with me as I try to recreate this. And so what I'm doing, I'll go back to the layout. Sorry about that. And just kind of layering the die cuts. Again, Ashley's layout was gorgeous, and she had the layouts kind of situated a little bit differently, more all over the page. And I thought, well, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try, my version and my interpretation of it. And so I just tried to layer as many of the die cuts on there as I could, and try to get them as aesthetically pleasing, and tried to keep with some sort of design with the layout. And so again, I went with that turquoise background, trying to pull it in from the colors in our clothing. It's not typically a color I would choose for a background. I think maybe that's what's been messing with me, maybe. I don't know, but it's done. So I still am in love with those glitter thickers that I use there with the word love in the frame. It's just gorgeous. I still have quite a few of those left that I'm going to try to still finish up and use. And so there I'm trying to just get everything balanced as best I can. And there I am, kind of tucking everything in. Again, I'm not a flat scrapper. I like kind of like a little bit of dimension, and so I'm usually going to be trying to curl the corners a little bit, or adding just a little bit of little tears here and there, and something to just give it a little bit of interest. I am wrapping up here, finishing up. And so I think what I'm doing is I am looking for my date stamp. Just going to add the date. I do like to add the date to my layouts, whether it's through a date stamp or just writing the date in. And then I'm looking for the perfect pen. I'm a pen connoisseur, and I like to have just the right pen to write with. And I'm not doing a lot of journaling on this page, just adding a little line there on the label. And then I'm getting ready to finish it up here and get it wrapped up with a few ink splatters. I do like to do ink splatters. I just do love the effect of that. So adding a few ink splatters to wrap up the page and just finish it off. And drying with giving a quick dry here with my heat gun. And I think I stayed true to the challenge. I did use quite a few die cuts and ephemera on the layout. And so I think I did meet that requirement. So use much more than I usually do. And so I think that's just going to about wrap it up here. Adding some finishing touches there. I've got some close-ups for you. And again, I just want to thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. Appreciate you taking the time to watch it. And we will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.